Hi everyone, my name is Derek Woodward and I'm with ASEA on their marketing department, and I'm going to take about an hour of your day here today to talk you through the ASEA Connect 2.0 desktop platform. I'm going to show you some of the ins and outs of how to use this desktop software, this platform, so that you can better send emails, better write email templates, and show you a little bit about the presentation builder. So what we have here in front of us is a PowerPoint presentation that I'm going to run through here. It's going to help you understand our training schedule and what we're going to be talking about here today. Last Tuesday when we met, we talked a lot about the mobile application, what you see here on the screen in front of us. This mobile app does have a desktop counterpart that you can use to send mass emails, to build email templates, and also help you build presentations that you can use in the app and send also in different emails on the desktop platform. So what I'm going to go through here, let's talk about the schedule of our training that we have here. I meet twice a week, Tuesday mornings at 10 a.m. and Thursday evenings at 5 p.m., both Mountain Time, because we are here in Utah. And so those are the time schedules that we have set up, and we also do dedicated hour sessions between desktop and mobile. And what that necessarily means is one session I may be focused on the desktop platform, and the other session I may be focused on the mobile app. And that's because our platform does have some really good benefits to using the desktop platform, because I know a lot of you prefer to sit in front of the computer and send your emails, and so that's why we find it necessary to give you a proper training to show you exactly how to do that. Now, we also record these trainings. We record them on a couple of different websites here. The ASEAConnect.me page is where you're going to find most of our trainings, and you can get to that site here. Let me load it up here and show you. It looks like they may be updating some things with the website right now, so I won't be able to necessarily show you this side of the desktop platform. I know we were trying to work on some areas to make it a little bit faster, so they may be updating some sides of it. But on that website, that's where you can find all of our recorded trainings that we host here. So back to this presentation. We also post our recorded videos on Facebook. Here we go. This site finally loaded up here for us. ASEAConnect.me/training. And here you can see all of our recorded sessions that we have done. We posted the one up from last Thursday already this morning, so you can have that there, so you can reference that if you need to. Now, moving along here, inside the app, we also host an in-app training system, which is going to help you with some of your quicker 5-minute videos to show you exactly how to send via SMS or importing your contacts or things like that. That's going to be a good area for you to reference. So definitely don't ignore the app training section of the in-app training. That's going to be a section that you can find in the app. Just look for the little graduation cap, app training, and you'll be able to find some of these videos here to help reference some of the more deeper topics that we're unable to talk about here on today's call. So the mobile app training, we're not going to spend too much energy on the mobile app training today. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks, especially with the presentation builder, on how that side of it works. But you're going to get a lot more desktop training overview from today's call of really what we're going to be focusing on here today. So some of the things we're going to be looking at is accessing the desktop application, your user settings, managing your contacts, and sending emails individually and mass emailing as well, if that's something that you prefer to do. So moving along here, this last extra help slide I like to show here. This is something we've been doing for the last couple months here, and it's been working great for a lot of you who need a little bit of extra assistance with importing your contacts, taking some time to make sure you understand the ins and outs of the app. This is going to be a good resource for you to reach out to me and take about 30 minutes of our time here today to schedule yourself with me. So definitely don't ignore this. If you go to this website, calendly.com/ASEAConnect/support, you'll be able to schedule some time with me to where we can get together and talk about any questions you have about the ASEA Connect app. So moving along here after these slides here, let's talk through a couple areas. Let me change my market language here real fast. Give me just 2 seconds. Let's get it in the English language. And we'll get started. Yeah, it's very exciting that we have this app available in, what was it, 33 different markets and 19 different languages. So there's a lot to be said about how global this app has become lately. So we're really excited. All right, here we have this changed up. I'm going to bring my app over there, and I'm going to then bring this slide for the desktop training over here on this side so that we can go through these steps here and show you a thing or two about how to access different areas of this site. So, like I mentioned, this app that you're looking at here on the right side of my screen does have a desktop counterpart that complements the app. Any contacts you add in here is going to be added in the desktop app as well as the mobile app, and I'll show you some ins and outs of that. To access the desktop application, you can go to the virtual office here, and after you're done logging in, you can click on the menu button here at the top, and click on this button here, take me to ASEA Connect. And when you click on that, it'll log you in and get you taken to the right area to get you where you need to be. Like so. Now I already have one loaded up here, so I'm going to go ahead and use that one here. Let me just refresh and make sure I'm still logged in. All right. Let's make sure it's the right one here. All right. Okay, now that we're logged in to the same app and desktop platform, we can start talking about some of the user settings that you can look at with the desktop platform. I get a lot of questions about what do I set, how do I make it look like mine here, and I'm going to show you a thing or two about that here in just a sec. So when you first log in, it's going to take you to your profile section here where you can adjust your personal information and your website display. This information can be different. This personal information is really more of the information that gets pulled in from the ASEA Associate account. The website display is the area when you share a video or content, you're going to allow your contacts or prospects to see your name, phone number, and email, and also a little bio. That's where this website display comes in handy for that. So make sure that information is accurate so that if they want to text you back or call you back, that your phone number and email is accurate. And then down here below, you can take some time and update a photo of yourself, which I have uploaded here, and it's not pulling in on my Android, but if I adjust it here in my info settings, it should pull into frame here. There it is. All right, so when you add your photo here, you can see it there in the app. And you can also do it the other way around. If you want to update your photo in the app, it'll pull in right over here as well. I find that it's a pretty nice tool to have because when you are sharing content, it gives a nice personal touch to each of the videos that you are sharing with your contacts. So after you're done with the personal setting information, we're going to skip over the billing information. That's kind of irrelevant at this point, but the notification section is where I want to take a little bit of time and talk about. You can add up to 2 different email addresses here to get email notifications when your contacts or prospects access your videos and any content that you send. So if you are working on this with a partner or a spouse, you can put in the partner's email address there so that they get notified that John Smith accessed the ASEA Redox video. You'll get notifications on both emails. Now, in addition to that, you have a mobile phone number here. And you can only put in one phone number here, but this will allow you to get text message notifications and alerts when they access the information. So if the push notifications are not enough, and what I mean by push notifications are the notifications that you receive on your phone here, just like what I'm looking at here. If those notifications are not enough and you want more of a text message notification, this is where you're going to want to put your information here. So that you will get notifications for that. Then down here below, you can control if you want all notifications or only some to be alerted to you. Sometimes if you're not careful, you can get bombarded with a lot of notifications if your contacts are viewing your activity, which that can be a good thing, but also a bad thing if you're ignoring all notifications. And so take some time to make sure that you are getting the right kind of notifications so that you can follow up with your contacts or prospects effectively. And then when you're done setting all that up, you can send a test to email and mobile, and you will be able to see that go through just like that. The lead capture page, this is something that I'm excited to talk about, but not quite ready to release out into the open, so I'll touch on it briefly here. The lead capture page is an area for associates to be able to share something on a public forum or a public area, and they can then capture the people who want to view that content. So what I mean by that is, if you're sharing something that's not designated to one individual person, you can then ask that whoever's watching that video or content fill in their name and email address so that you can then follow up with them effectively. So, and you can test that out with a few different accounts and a few different people just to see exactly how that process works. And it's a pretty clever way to build contacts organically in your phone for people who are interested in what you post. The email server settings is an area that I talk about here in my app training section. Like I mentioned here at the start of the call, let me go down to my app training. And as it loads up in here, we have an area for email server settings. This video here on my app will show you how to adjust your email server settings. This specifically for Gmail, but if you have other different email accounts, it's fairly similar. I can help you with that. If you guys have any questions, you can email me at connect@aseaglobal.com, and I can help you with any questions you have there in regards to your email server settings. But what that is going to do is, instead of sending from an email address such as your associate ID .shareasea.com, you will have you will be able to send it from your personal Gmail account or your personal email, because whenever you're using this desktop tool here to send emails, it's always going to be coming from your from not your personal email until you set up your email server settings. So send some test emails to yourself so that you understand what I'm saying there, and you will get a better idea of why it's important to adjust your email server settings. Some people are okay just leaving it as is, but if you want to keep your emails in line and organized, then you can use the email server settings to follow up with that. Other settings down here, you won't really spend too much time on this. The delete all contacts is a good area if you accidentally import thousands of contacts that you did not intend for. You can go here and delete all of your contacts to have a fresh start on it. Mobile app access code is not something you're going to be messing with, so I'm going to ignore that. So after we're done talking about these user settings, I want to show you a thing or two about the media library and how you can really find all the different videos and content that we have in here. So if you click up here on media, go to media here. This is where you're going to find all of the videos that we have available to associates inside the app. So you can see here we have a lot of different videos that you can watch in reference to the app. Some more exciting than others, right? With our new Corporate Soul podcast that we release here with Tyler Norton. Some of these more long ones like the compensation plan that you can get some information on. So this area does feel like a lot, and if you want to organize this list a little bit better, you have these little search bar up here at the top that you can find videos such as the compensation plan. You can start typing that in there, or science here to find everything relating to science in the name and the description. You can also use these filters over here to narrow down your list even further. And when we first loaded this up, it's going to show us all the videos, but if we wanted to look at images, you can click on images. If you want to look at PDFs, you can also click on PDFs there as well to find all of the different PDFs that we have available to you as well. All of this content can be previewed by hitting this little preview button here, this gray button here. And as you click on that, it's going to open up into a window, which is going to be the exact window that your contacts and prospects are going to come to when you share this video to others. So you can see here, I have got my image with my name, phone, and email button here. And this is just an example of what kind of a page you're going to be able to send your prospects. So as you hit play on this, you can preview the content just like this, like so. So we can close this out now. I'll go back to our area. You can also favorite any items in here using this little thumbs up icon. It seems a little hidden here, but as you click on that, you can mark it as your favorite, like so, and you get a notification at the top of the screen. So previewing the content is fairly straightforward. If you have any questions about that, we can get into that on the Q&A. So the next area I'd like to talk about real fast is the contacts area, the app here. So let's talk through here the contacts. Let's click on contacts here at the top and click on manage contacts. Now you can see here, once we're here, I have 3 contacts added to my app. And these all should correspond to the contacts that I do have on my ASEA Connect app. So let me just go through here and get this synced over here. Let's see if it's going to bring them over. There they are. So there are my 3 contacts that I have here on ASEA Connect, and you can see that on the desktop app I have these points that are attributed to each contact. Now what these mean are, if I click on this 23, it's going to attribute points to this contact for their activity of what they participate in. If I'm sharing many videos and this contact is accessing every one of my videos, they're going to have a lot of points. And by default, when you open up your contacts, you're going to see which contacts have the most points. It's a way for you to quickly jump into your contacts that are the most engaged to what you're sending. These stars over here are something really that you can just do manually on your own to really give you some insight of how you want to rate your contacts. You can rate them a 5-star if you want to always pay attention to your 5-star contacts. It's just a manual way for you to track and gauge your contacts. Now, a question that a lot of people ask is, when I add somebody on my phone, how can I get them added to my desktop platform? And I'll go ahead and do that here just now, just so I can show you that process. So let's pretend that we met somebody on an Uber ride or a grocery store, and let's add them into our phone in ASEA Connect. So when we're on the contacts area of ASEA Connect on the mobile app, we can hit this little plus icon. I'm on an Android device, and so you're going to look for the plus icon on your iPad or iPhone as well. Let's go ahead and add a test contact here. So let's go ahead and add a test contact here, Testerson. Now let's add the name here. Let's put in a fake phone number here as well. And let's hit save. Alright, so that's going to add the contact. So when you add a manual contact for Android, there is a small step that you have to do after you add it manually. What we just did there with the addition of adding the contact was add it to our device contacts. We now need to sync that contact into ASEA Connect. So if we click on this little sync button here, we should be able to find Mark right here, Mark Testerson. So as we hit sync and back and the X, now we should have Mark show up here in the app. Now a lot of you might wonder, why isn't Mark syncing over here to the desktop app yet? Mark will not sync to the desktop app until we either share something with Mark or mark this contact as hot or cold here in the app. Now you see these little icons here, this red and this blue. This because Blair is marked as a hot contact. Inside the app there are ways that you can categorize your contacts as hot or cold contacts, and that's what these little icons represent. So for Mark, let's go ahead and pull him to the right to mark him as a hot contact. So the act of doing that has placed this contact in a folder for hot. So if I refresh my desktop platform here, I should now see Mark in my desktop app. There he is. And if I click on this, you're going to see that Mark has been put in the hot folder. So before contacts get moved from the mobile app to the desktop app, you have to do something with them here in the mobile app so that they get transferred over. Now on the contrary, if you add your contacts to the desktop app first, such as I'm going to do here now, let's go ahead and add a test contact for James Testerson. And let's add a quick phone number. And if I hit save on this, I should now have a James Testerson added to my desktop app. Now, I don't have to do anything for it to transfer over to the mobile app except pull down to refresh. You see here as I drag down, I can then refresh my contact list, and I should now have a James Testerson that I can use on my mobile app to start sharing with and going through that process there that way. I can mark these contacts as a warm lead by giving them some stars there, and as I start sharing content with them, they're going to start getting points that I can then follow up on and jump in on for that. So that's the process of syncing it from mobile. If you needed to delete any contacts, like I'm going to do here with this James Testerson, I can click on James, and I can click on this delete contact button here, and I can hit delete. So then that removes that contact there that way. We have the ability also to checkbox multiple contacts, click on actions, and click on delete selected contacts here if you want to delete more effectively and a little bit more speedy than my method that I just showed you. So you can do that. Now let's pull up this Derek Woodward contact here and talk about what it looks like inside the contact screen, and then I'll show you some ways that you can send some emails and things like that. So let's click on Derek Woodward here. Now when we click on the contact, you're going to see a lot of different areas, especially the reporting area here, which if you needed to edit any of your contact information, there is a little area right here for edit contact information that you can click on and make any adjustments or edits to your contacts, add some specific notes to your contact there that way, like so. Now this area here for notes, you can add in some context of how you met them, or give a little bit more backstory about why they're here in ASEA Connect in the first place. If you wanted to add your contacts to folders, such as the hot folder, you can go to this little folder area here and start typing the word hot. And now this contact is in a hot folder. You can also add them to multiple folders just simply by typing like so, and add them to additional folders as you wish. The customization for your contacts are endless in this, and you should be able to do a lot of information there. So let's save this here, and let's cruise down here and look at the reporting area. You can see here as you start sharing some contact, this is a fairly new contact that I have added in here simply for testing purposes, but as I start sharing more videos and more websites with this contact, you're going to start seeing some really cool feedback of what videos they are watching the most and how much they have watched of your videos. You're going to start seeing some really good metrics here on the app that is going to be a good metric for you in following up with your contacts. What kind of product they're interested in most. There's a lot of really cool things you can do there. You can close the reporting by hitting this close reporting button here to focus more on the contact activity area. And you can see here that I have sent some videos here on this contact, and we'll show you all of the information activity that you can do with your contact. You can also record new activity by clicking that button there and type in something like left message for follow-up, record activity note, and you can see that note right down there at the bottom, like so. So now moving along here, let me look through some of the other areas here that I have to go through on the contacts area, and then we can start talking about how to send an email. So let's go back here to the contacts, and let's talk about sending a quick email with content. So let's use my Derek Woodward here contact as an example. If I click on him, and I can see these little prospecting tools here on the right. This is where you're going to spend some time in sending emails, sharing a video, sharing an image, web page, and so on. So let's go here and share a web page. Let's say we wanted to send an email to this contact about the new Renew 28 website that we released, right? We've got this brand new Renew 28 website that we'd like to direct traffic to and show some information there. So let's go ahead and do that here. So if I hit share a web page, under it looks like you might not going to see it here on this end because it's not here in the images area. Let me just double check here for the Renew 28 website. So that's not going to be in there for that. So let me go back here to the contacts and show you what we can do instead. So instead of sharing a web page, let's share a video about the new Renew 28 stuff. So let's click on share a video here. And now it's going to pull up with this little image, which it looks like it is a little bit smaller than I was anticipating. I'll have to fix that with the developers there and see what the story is and why that is so small. If we click on the send an email, yeah, it looks like they may have made some adjustments to this. Desktop tool. Yeah, this window's obviously a little bit too small, and they need to expand this a little bit better. But when we click on send a video, for instance, here, we get this small little window here, but you have this ability to select a video, and this is where we're going to be able to send a individual video to this contact. So where we're here on none, let's click on one of these videos here that we have in our library. Let's click on this men's skin Renew 28 video here, and you can see that your contact, Derek Woodward, is selected. In the subject, we can then put in, hey Derek, you might enjoy this new Renew 28 video. And this coded 5760 right down here, this is going to contain that video, and so you want to make sure that you don't mess up those brackets there. So here we can push that down just like so and say, here is the video. Just something like that. Just basic and quick. You can also attach a physical file from your desktop if you have a file that might be of interest to them. You can also attach a manual file just like that. So let's agree to the anti-spam policy, because again, we're not trying to spam people, we're trying to inform them and provide you with a proper medium to sending these emails. We're not trying to spam anybody. And let's click on send email. And just like that, we sent that email to Derek Woodward about the Renew 28 video. And in my Gmail account here, I just want to show you an example of what it's going to look like, because I think it is a pretty clean email, just even as basic as we typed it there. So, hey Derek, you might enjoy this Renew 28 video. You got ASEA's logo there at the top. Here is the video. And as they click on this video, you're going to get alerts and notifications that your contact, you can see here on my Android, let me go ahead and pause that there. On my Android, you see Derek Woodward has viewed the Renew 28 video, and just like that. So as you're sending these mass emails out to your contacts and prospects, you're going to get alerts on your phone when they're opening these emails and watching these videos and content. So there's going to be a lot of good feedback and follow-up that you can do here in the app. So just like that, we got that follow-up. And as, if you're not aware as well, as your contacts and prospects click on these little buttons and information in here, your app is also going to get an alert. So if you pay attention here to the app, let me go ahead and clear this out. You'll be able to see another notification when I click on the order button here. Just like that. This account is not connected to ASEA's back office, and so you're not going to see the order screen pull up, but for all you associates watching, if your contacts and prospect click on the order, it's going to take them to an order page for your own associate, so that you get credit for that. So moving along here, we sent our first email out there, and if you wanted to go through the process of sending that email to multiple contacts, you can do the same process here by checkboxing all of these contacts just like this. And Mark doesn't have an email, so we're going to not use him as this example here. But then once you have all three of these selected, you can click on Actions and click on Send Email, just like so. And now you see here on the recipients, we have 3 emails selected. And here on the right email message, we can either choose an email template or an email, or create one from scratch. In this example, I have created a quick little ASEA Science template just to show you an example of why templates are great and why you guys should be using them. So you see here I've selected my ASEA Science template, and it pulls in my contact first name, And I can also attach a file from my desktop. And you can see all of the work of my email is already done down here at the bottom. And I can preview what my email is going to look like by clicking on the Preview Message button. And it's going to look like this. They're going to get the Science of ASEA video. They're going to get this Gene Science Lab document as well. And it's going to say there at the bottom with my information. And so I can send that out as easy as I did before by agreeing to the anti-spam policy and hit Send Email. And just like that, I sent that email template to 3 different contacts. And it's going to come in personalized to all of your contacts. Just perfect. So let me show you an example of that here. Let me open up the one I just received from myself. You see here, instead of contact first name, it's saying Derek. And also down here as well. So this is a professional looking email, and I would definitely open that. So let's move along here, and I'll talk eventually about some of the email templates and some of the ways that you can build them. But I do want to talk about more how you deal with the different notifications that you receive here in the app.
Here at ASEA, literally from the inception of the company,
turn that down a little bit for you so I can show you. I'm going to jump through this video here so I can generate a notification here in the app so that we can follow up on it. Okay, so now as your contacts are getting these notifications for your videos that you are sharing, you can then go through the process of seeing these notifications and what they're clicking on with your announcements and things like that. So the announcements area works just as much as your feed area here as well. Because remember, in the feed area of the app, you're going to get notifications of the different actions that your contacts are going through. The same process applies here if we go to Announcements and To-Do tool. If we go into the To-Do tool here, you're going to see that here's the 3 emails I just sent as that example. You can see that Derek Woodward has opened that content. In the viewed column, you can go down and see which of your contacts are actually viewing your emails. And I purposely opened up that science email just so I can show you that this process will show you if they viewed the email that you sent them, just like that. So now you can do a couple things here. You can follow up with your contacts by adding a to-do button here, and you can click on this little area here to follow up with Blair in a week. Say, hey Blair, did you check out that email? So maybe we can bump this up to a week, like so. And now we've added a to-do task to reach out to Blair in addition to that. Now what's also nice about this is this little green plus button here. If we click on that, it's going to then expand this area and show you kind of some overview of the notes of your contact, the different activity that your contact's been through. You can then also record a new activity. So what we're seeing here, if we close this, is we sent an email to Derek about the ASEA Science email. Derek opened that on the 13th of October. So we can go here on this plus area, and we can then call Derek right from here, and we can say left Derek voicemail, something like this, and we can hit save, which will then record a new contact activity for you, so that every time you come into this contact, you're going to see the different activity feed as you go through here as well. So you're going to see a lot of activity, especially if you have a contact who you're working with on a regular basis. You can update your notes for that contact just like that. All of your tasks and to-dos that you add are going to then generate here at the bottom of the screen here into our different tasks area. Now this is going to then tell us, here's the example of one that I created for Blair to follow up in a week. I can then mark them as complete and go through that process. I can mark them as a priority as well. The tasks area of this desktop tool does need some work, and we're working with the different developers to find ways that it can work effectively as a proper follow-up tool for you, so that you guys can really take advantage of this. So that also brings up a good point. If you guys have any feedback or anything for this desktop tool, this feedback button right here is going to be a good tool for you to send emails to us so that we can improve this and make this a better experience. We have a few associates out there who are pioneering a lot of different feedback and features that they want to see in the desktop tool. So don't hesitate to hit that feedback button to let us know how we can do better on that. Now, I do want to touch base on the email templates before we move on to the Q&A area. Let's click on the media, and let's click on email scripts. Email scripts is where you're going to find all your different email templates that you have built. I have built one specifically on our last call, and I have it here. If you wanted to add a new email script, you can hit this blue Add Email Script button. But for now, let's click on this Edit button. I'll show you some of the things that you can do when you're building an email script. You have to title it here at the top. Your associates will never, or excuse me, your contacts will never see the title of your email template, so you can name it whatever you would like. But down here is where you adjust your email subject. You can see here that you have hi, contact first name, hope you are well. Now, in order to get the contact first name pulled into this spot, you have to click on this Add Custom Data here. This is going to pull in custom data for your contacts and put them into your email. So let's click on the Add Custom Data button. And if we checkbox the contact first name and hit Add Selected, you're going to see that it's going to add this little merge tag here for contact first name, and you can use that in any part of your email, in your subject, in your body of your email, wherever you would like. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that because I already have one there. And then at that point you can go through the process of writing your email as you want. Watch this video to learn more. You can add your own media to this content, to this email template by hitting the Add Media button here. And when you click on that, it's going to pop up all of our media that we have available to you in the library. You can then go through and scroll and find different videos that you would like to add by checkboxing them like so. And then up at the top of the screen you have this Add Selected button. And when you hit Add Selected, that's just where my cursor was here, it will add these videos in little tags like so. Like this. So any video you add will come in just like this, and you will see this nice little merge tag like this. You can preview your message by hitting this Preview Message button here, just to get an idea of what information is going to get pulled into your email. So any video you add, you can double check which one is what, and you can then order them effectively in your email template like so. So in this example, I've already added a Science of ASEA video here, and also the Gene Science summary document here as well. So when you hit Add Media, if you want to add PDFs or documents, you just need to switch this little slider from videos to PDFs to find content that you wish to add and hit Add Selected. And now that PDF 968 is the Become magazine, and if I hit the Preview Message button, I'll see that here in my email template as well. So email templates can be a pretty powerful way for you to send emails. So let's save this script. And just to remind you on how you access these different email templates, on your contacts, you can go to your Manage Contacts and click on a contact, click on Send an Email, and just simply go to this email template area, choose the template that you would like to send. Again, I'll fix this window here and figure out why it's so small, but then you can preview the message like so. You have to agree it, send email, and now we just sent that email template out, and that contact has received that email. Email templates are going to be a really powerful way, and I know with our marketing communications department, we're going to be loading this desktop app with a handful of different marketing templates that you guys can use, and to kind of start off your accounts with proper email templates that you can use on the fly without having to create something manually. So the next area I want to talk about before we branch over into the Q&A section is the Presentation Builder. So if you go to Media here at the top, you're going to see this area for Presentation Builder. Hopefully you guys have already taken some time to understand how this works, but if you go to Presentation Builder, you have the option to create your own presentation. Presentations are a very, very cool tool, and I've already created one here on my mobile app. So let's go back to my Tool Settings section on the app. Let's look at my section here for presentations. If I click on this presentation and open it up, I'm going to give you an example of what a presentation is. A presentation is going to be a way for you to send many videos and content to one contact so that you have them all together. In this example, we sent all Corporate Soul episodes, and we made one presentation for all of them, like so. like that. So you can gather up as many videos as you would like, and also a specific PDF or document from our library that you would like to use. So let's go ahead and build one in this example here. Let's call this, let's find one that's specifically about compensation plan and different perks and bonuses. Fast forward challenge, maybe director. Let me just go through here and see if there's any other ones that I maybe want to add here. Maybe the loyalty rewards program. Really just promotional videos that we would want to send to a new associate just to make sure that they have them as a reference. So we're just going through here with the library. See if we can find anything here. Okay, I'm happy with that. We have these videos here pulled to the left, and you can drag them and reorganize them as you wish by going through just like this and moving them around like so. Down below is where you can name your presentation. Let's call it New Associate Videos. And we can also attach a PDF to the presentation. Let's go ahead and attach the compensation plan summary. You can preview that by hitting the preview button here, and let's hit save. Okay, we built a new presentation. And just like that, it took us maybe just a couple minutes there. We can now go to our mobile app, and we can refresh here by pulling down from the top. And now I should have two presentations to select from. So let's load it up here, and let's find that one that I created just now. Here it is loading, New Associate Videos. If I click on that and click on the eyeball to preview, you're going to see that I have all of those videos all in one package that I can watch, preview, and send out as I wish. You can then also see the compensation summary there as well. So then I can text this out to anybody I wish, share it to anybody using the copy link function here. Now there's a lot of different ways that you can share this now that you have the presentation built. So go through and build some presentations for yourself and make sure you understand that process. We have a specific video talking about Presentation Builder here on the app training section that you can reference if you guys have any questions for that. So at this point, I'd like to open this up to a Q&A to anybody who's watching along who might have any questions about anything I went over today, and if there's anything that I can touch base on a little bit more in detail, I'd be happy to do that. We have a few minutes left here on the call. Let me look through some of the questions that we got here on the call here just now. Let's see. Okay, someone asked me to go through the one-click email area. So the one-click email, this is from an Adam here. Let me go here to the media and go to one-click email. Now what this area is just kind of a shortcut way for you to get to a contact, select your contact, send a template, and you're on your way. So let's click on one-click email here, and I'll show you what that's going to be like. So here you can select a couple of your different contacts that have emails, and you can write a message or select it from a template that you have already built, and simply agree to the anti-spam policy and hit send email. So it's pretty much the same email sending system that I showed you on a previous screen. You can obviously tell there's more than one clicks, but it will get you into the email area much faster than digging through your contacts that way. So that's the one-click email area. So next time when we meet on next Tuesday, we're going to talk more on the mobile app, and I'm going to show you some of the different new things that we've added. Keep in mind, if you guys are watching, to always refresh your content by doing a pull down to refresh like this. Just yesterday I've added some new documents, such as the Renew 28 document, and we have a few more in the pipeline that's going to be uploaded here in the next little bit. So stay on the lookout for that, since we're doing a lot with the Renew 28 product here. So be on the lookout for that. So does anyone have any questions that they'd like me to talk about before I get this posted up on our different pages? And as a reminder to everyone watching, we have our ASEAConnect.me webpage that we're going to be posting all of our recorded content to, as well as our Facebook page. So let's wait for this to load. I know we're working on some ways to speed this site up for you guys. Here we go. On the ASEAConnect.me page, you're going to be able to click on this training button here. and watch all of our pre-recorded videos and our recorded sessions, and try and get as much information out of that as you possibly can. All right, now that we have that done here, if you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and get this guy posted up on our pages. I am always available on the connect@aseaglobal.com website, excuse me, on the email account here. Let me pull this into frame here to make sure you guys have it. Connect@aseaglobal.com. If you guys have any questions or need any technical support, I'm always available on that. If you want to email me, definitely use that, and let me make sure you guys all understand how to use this wonderful app. And I hope you guys have yourself a wonderful Tuesday, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.